Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel, Coffee Tea Paper. My name is Louise and we're here to do our weekly calm journal prompt and see what the little box of calm has for us for next week. Last week it was learn to rest, not to quit. Some of you may recall that wasn't that super keen on the, I don't know, mildly aggressive tone of the language. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little sensitive. Anyway, I rewrote the quote as such and had it as take a moment to rest, but don't give up. So that was my take on last week's card. So let's see. I haven't really set up because I want to have a look at the card and then go away and get some bits and pieces and set up so we can do our journaling together. If you are following along, I do have a hashtag here on, where am I? YouTube. I do have a hashtag here on YouTube as well as over on Instagram, and it is CTP 2024 Calm Journal Prompts. Would you believe it took me 3 times to say that? Okay. Ooh, an attributed quote by Katharine Hepburn. Yes, I'm excited. Ooh, I like this. I like this a lot. Let's read it. I never lose sight of the fact that just being is fun. I like this. I like it a lot. It's very upbeat. It's very positive. It's a little bit, you know, how true it is. Sometimes it's just fun. The fact that we're alive in this crazy, crazy world. And of course, you can make your life as fun as you want, or find fun in the smallest things. Think about when you were a kid and about what things were fun. Hanging out with your friends, having an ice block. For me, it was one of the funnest things I used to do, particularly in summer. I loved coming home and running through the sprinkler. And on the really hot days when I was walking home from school, and because, you know, that's what people did. You used to, I walked home over 2 kilometers from school, and on those hot days, if people had their sprinklers going and it went over on the footpath, I used to walk under and through the sprinklers to cool down because I had some sort of ghastly polyester uniform. It was hot as anything. So, I like this. Let's go and put some things together and do this quote justice on our pages for next week. Fabulous. Finally, the box has delivered something good. Oh, it's a bit cruel, isn't it? All right, my friends, I decided that I'm going to go a bit old school, a little bit bullet journal-y, and get out the old Crayola Supertips. Now, if any of you are into bullet journaling or are fans of Amanda Rachel Lee and that kind of thing, Crayola Supertips were really where it all was, probably about 4 or 5 years ago. And I thought, oh, let's just get them out, have some fun. I found the same colors, or you know, it looks like it on the outside, and just do some freehand drawing. I think I will have to do a circle of some description because otherwise it's gonna get super wonky. Okay, let's not do a circle. Let's do an oval. I mean, mind you, I could just use that, couldn't I? But where would be the fun in that? Okay, I'm going to trace that out and I'm going to just rub these lines so they're a lot fainter, but we can still see them. If you want to copy along and do something similar, I will pin that card there so we can see. Just go for it. And of course, you don't have to use these colours, just use whatever colours that you want. I'm going to use this line as my outside line. Um, So let's just see. Let's just see how we go. And look, the perfectionist in me really wants to put down pencil first, but you know what? I'm just gonna go in there and go for it and have some fun, old school, super tip style. Oh yeah, and I also want to use this not washi tape, pet tape. Oh, my pen pal's Helen from Cheery Letters sent it to me, and it's got a lot of spring themed things on it. Let's go picnic, blossom by blossom the spring begins, the first blooms of spring makes my heart sing, sweet spring. So once I get my doodly wreath down, what am I saying here? Then I might choose one of those girls and put that in. What am I doing here? I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm going to go in like that. Some more leaves. Leaves. And why I think of that is because I have put some new foliage. So foliage, faux foliage in my kitchen as some spring decor. So I will endeavour to get a picture of that to share with you. I was quite chuffed with it. I think it looks quite nice. Now my daughter did notice because she went and purchased the foliage with me when the store that I particularly like, their, what do they call it, like branches or botanicals or something like that, they had a sale on, and so I wanted to go and get that while they had their sale, so she helped me pick it out. And yeah, so quite chuffed with that. How are we going to get this purple in there on these leaves? Let's just put some bit of green down. Oh, and then there are other sorts of leaves as well coming in here, like with does that look anything like it? Maybe. I don't know. Just have a bit of fun today. Old school style. I got these and I got a box of 100, I think, Crayola Supertips for some ridiculous price. I want to say $30, something like that, including shipping. It was just the most absolute bargain. I thought all my Christmases had come at once. And I used to use them a lot for my tea journal, which I'm currently having a bit of a break from. I'm not having a break from tea. I'm still enjoying tea, but just having a bit of a break from my tea journal. I just wanted to step away from it for a bit, because I felt that I was just getting rather repetitive with it and not perhaps enjoying it as much as I used to. And when journaling starts feeling like a chore, then you know that you may have lost your mojo. And of course, I'm still loving journaling on the whole, but I just found myself kind of not enjoying my tea journal quite so much, which made me sad because during that ghastly period when the world went mad and we were all locked up in our homes, it brought me a lot of joy and comfort and really helped create a bit of a structure and something in my day that I particularly looked forward to and that I enjoyed sharing as well. And I made some really lovely friends through that tea journal as well. In fact, one of them is a very dear pen pal of mine, Lizzie, and I was fortunate enough to meet up with her in Sydney, and then we were going to meet up again last year in Brisbane, but unfortunately we had a little gastro outbreak, as happens occasionally when you still have children at school. Okay, what shall I do next? I might do these leaves next. Or I really need to do the flowers for those first, don't I? Okay, let's do these little kind of bobbly things. One of the things that we all have a bit of a laugh about at the our SEQ journal meetups is how many of us really enjoyed bullet journaling for a long time, and but then found it rather difficult to keep up with some of the idea of like the artwork and so forth. And of course it doesn't have to be, but we sometimes make these burdens for ourselves. I'll come back and rejoin that up. I'm not very good at drawing flowers. Not cute flowers. They're just little circles, right? These ones are like more like little ovals. I think the thing with bullet journaling is sometimes a lot of it becomes less about the organizing and more about the artwork that you feel you need to create. And that can be quite daunting when you see some of the amazing stuff that people create. Ooh, I need some other flowers there. Okay, let's do this one first. Okay, back from answering the doorbell, and where am I? I don't really know. It's purple leaves. Maybe we put some. I hope this doesn't bleed through. I don't know. There's just a bit of shadowing or whatever it's called. Okay, let's do some of these leaves. That went very wonky. Maybe it's more, I think it's more like that, isn't it? Let's do another one here. I think I'm better at one side than the other. And need some more of these dark flowers, don't we? Oh, that went a bit excited. I know we need some down here. And we need some dots. Lots and lots of dots. And I think we need some little and these as well. Well, that is very, very wonky. But I still quite like it. Okay, let's do our quote now. And I'm tempted to do some brush lettering. I'm going to use this one and do some brush lettering. And I'm not going to pre-plan it, I'm just going to go in and do it. Now, I want to choose one of these ladies, girls. I quite like this one holding her duck. I think I might stick her on some white paper first, so that we don't get the background shining through. And we'll cut out her little teddy bear friend and these little spring flowers as well, and pop them on the page as well. So that's something to keep in mind if you have a particular pet tape that is quite translucent and you want to give it an opaque background and it's not too hard to fussy cut. Yeah, just stick it on some paper. You could even stick it on cream paper or other sort of tonal paper, as long as it wasn't too dark. And we can't see the background anymore. Where do we want our teddy? I think we want him here. And our flowers, I think we might use that to separate the quote and the attribution. There we go. Maybe it's a goose, not a duck. Alright, my friends, something a little bit different this week. Going old school. Getting out the old Crayola Supertips for some free-handed doodling, botanical doodling, and still with some pet tape though, just to add to the illustration. My artwork here is not the best. I tried not to get too perfectionist with it, but maybe that's just a bit of fun in keeping with the theme of this week, or next week rather. Was it week at 37? Whoops. I will say goodbye for now, and I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful weekend and week ahead. Bye!